Hi, Dragons!
Welcome to Dragon TV, a student-run production produced by the Media Journalism class at Cornwall Central High School. Here's where we hope to share content that will benefit not only the students, but the community as a whole.
If you're looking to be informed about current news topics, highlights related to the school district, or just want to be entertained, Dragon TV is the place to come.
This week on Dragon TV, Emma updates us on Poetry Out Loud, Julie covers the deadly coronavirus, Lily lets us know how we can help those devastated by the fires in Australia, Julie gives us a history on Amazon, Kate talks about what we love about the Super Bowl, Colleen gets romantic and gives us a history of Valentine's Day, and finally, Michael puts CCHS teachers to the test on their knowledge of slang. For years, CCHS has participated in the nationally recognized Poetry Out Loud program, and when December rolls around, it is not uncommon to hear a chorus of poetry recitations in the hallways as students work to memorize their poems for English classes. This year, Cornwall had 2 poets win the school-wide competition and advance to the regional and state levels.
Poetry Out Loud is a national arts education program that encourages the study of great poetry and offers a dynamic recitation competition to high schools across the country. In December, CCHS sophomore Ariel Yarmus and junior Patty Pettis took first and second at the school-wide competition. Both students went on to compete at the regional competition at SUNY New Paltz in January, where Patty placed second and Ariel took the top prize, beating out students from all over the region. Since 2005, Poetry Out Loud has grown to reach more than 3.8 million students and 60,000 teachers from 16,000 schools in every state. Poetry Out Loud uses a pyramid structure that starts at the classroom level. Winners advance to a school-wide competition, then to a regional and/or state competition, and ultimately to the national finals in Washington, D.C. Awards and placements are determined solely by the judges' scores based on the Poetry Out Loud evaluation criteria. On behalf of CCHS, we would like to wish Patty and Ariel the best of luck at the competition in Manhattan.
The novel coronavirus arose in December of 2019 and has left the world in shock. It is quickly spreading and affecting many people around the world. Julie Alva reports on this outbreak and answers many questions that you might have about the virus.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
In December of 2019, the 2019 novel coronavirus emerged.
The coronavirus is a family of viruses that can cause as mild things as just a common cold, all the way up to SARS or MERS. These are these bad pneumonias that we're talking about.
The virus causes a range of symptoms, including a runny nose, cough, sore throat, and fever. Health officials believe that it may be linked to a seafood market in Wuhan, China. This virus probably emerged from an animal source, but now seems to be spreading from person to person.
In this particular case, it was from Wuhan. There was a fish market where they were selling live animals, and the thought is that the virus was in a live animal, then it crossed into a human. But then what we found was that people were getting sick in terms of healthcare workers, in terms of family members that were looking after them, which now meant that the virus can pass from human to another human.
A person could contract the virus if they come in contact with contaminated airborne particles that are commonly released in the sneeze or cough.
Currently, the virus is transmitted through droplets, and you need a close contact to be infected.
The virus has been detected in people throughout China and 14 other countries, including the United States. Almost 25,000 people have been diagnosed with the virus, and as of February 5th, almost 500 people have sadly lost their lives, and the number is expected to rise. Many steps have been taken to contain the virus. China has ordered a quarantine of more than 50 million people, closed schools, and shut down live animal markets. Airports across the globe are screening passengers coming from the world's most populous country. The United States has issued a level 4 travel advisory for China, requiring Americans returning to the United States to face a 14-day mandatory quarantine.
So currently, unfortunately, we don't have a direct treatment for the coronavirus. So we don't have a medication that can kill it off. And so it's really supportive. So in other words, the patient can't breathe, we give them oxygen, help them to breathe. They can't drink, so therefore we give them fluids to support them. Their kidneys begin to shut down, we help them with all those things. So it's a very supportive process. This is a new virus that we've never seen before. So our immune system, our army, are having a hard time figuring out what to do. So usually what we have to do is we make something called antibodies. So these are things that can grab onto the spikes that we see on the virus, and it'll get rid of the virus for you, and that will actually bring you back to good health.
You can protect yourself from the virus by frequently washing your hands, avoiding close contact with anybody with a fever or cough, and avoiding consumption of raw meat.
Ultimately, only time will tell how the virus will evolve. In the meantime, we will continue to race to find a way to stop the transmission of the virus. Months ago, Americans, and especially Californians, were worried about the fires in California. Those fires pale in comparison to the fires that have been raging in Australia since September. Here today is Dragon TV reporter Millie Urgent to fill us in on the devastation down under and to show you different ways you could help bring relief to Australia.
Hey Dragons! I know most of you have heard of the horrible conditions going on down under. That's right, Australia. Since September, 75% of Australia has scorched down into flames, and 25,000 koalas have died. Now I know you're thinking to yourself, but how can I help? And that's what I'm here to help you with. Cornwall's Art Club has recently been making pouches and nests for animals who have been hurt in the fire. But you don't necessarily have to make pouches and nests to help. Here are a few donations that you can donate to. For those of you who may not know what's going down in Australia, here's a few clips to catch you up.
To Australia, where Queensland and New South Wales have been facing catastrophic fires.
Now, Australia's bushfires, massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history.
The smoke is so intense and so thick it can be seen from space. At least 71 bushfires are burning across New South Wales.
This morning, a mass evacuation underway as thousands flee their homes, escaping an apocalyptic sight in Australia.
People here are exhausted, and unfortunately, it looks like things are just going to get worse.
Now visible from space, engulfing the size of more than 50 New York cities.
Now that you're caught up, I'm sure you'll think twice about donating. Bye for now, and don't forget to be the dragons that fight the fire.
Now, Julia Alva covers the rise of Amazon, reporting on how it evolved from being an online bookstore to an e-commerce powerhouse.
Millions of people use Amazon because of its simplicity and convenience. However, few know how it evolved into the powerhouse it is today. Furthermore, Amazon was originally an online bookstore created in 1994 by Jeff Bezos. Today you can find more than 600 million products on Amazon, such as apparel, electronics, and furniture. When the company first launched, however, Bezos ran operations out of his garage with the help of his wife and few workers. As the company began to grow and open warehouses, many were skeptical that they wouldn't be able to survive due to their big competitors, Borders and Barnes & Noble. This, however, was not the case. Due to Amazon's success in 2011, Borders filed for bankruptcy protection and has since closed many stores. Barnes & Noble is currently in the same boat and is suffering due to Amazon's rapid growth. A pattern is emerging. If a company poses a threat to Amazon's success and profits, Amazon will simply buy them out. For example, Amazon has acquired many different companies that threaten their success, such as Audible, Zappos, Twitch, Ring, and Whole Foods. Amazon is willing to drop millions of dollars in order to maintain their dominance. Not only has Amazon expanded the range of products on their site, they have also launched Amazon Video, a movie and TV streaming site, Amazon Garage, which helps you find parts for your car, Amazon Fresh, a grocery delivering site, Amazon Music, a music streaming platform, and most recently, Amazon Go.
Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go.
Only time will tell what Amazon's next move will be, but one thing is for sure. Amazon continues to expand and revolutionize the way people shop. Many people know the Super Bowl as one of the largest football games of the year. There are many reasons why people watch the Super Bowl, but the food and ads seem to be the most important. Today, Kate Wright is talking about how food and commercials tend to be the biggest reason for why so many people sit down in front of the TV to watch this Sunday night football game.
Shut up and sit down.
The Chiefs had an epic fourth-quarter comeback to win their first Super Bowl in 50 years. Down 10 with less than 9 minutes to go, the Chiefs' chances of winning the Super Bowl were withering away. The Chiefs have gotten scared about the situation and turned up the tempo, helping to unleash the full power of Patrick Mahomes. In the blink of an eye, the Chiefs stormed back and took control of the game. Mahomes, who was named the most valuable player of this year's Super Bowl at 24 years old, became the youngest quarterback to win the award. With tickets starting at $5,950, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest sporting events of the year. Although when thinking of the Super Bowl, football isn't always the first thing that comes to mind. What do you look forward to most on Super Bowl Sunday? Food, football, or commercials?
It really depends who's playing the game, like if I'm into the game or not, but I'm definitely there for the commercials mostly.
I gotta say the food. The commercials.
Food! No matter which teams are playing or which artists appear at the halftime show, many would argue that the biggest star of the big game is the appetizers. The Super Bowl is the second largest U.S. food consumption day, only surpassed by Thanksgiving. Food is officially more important than the game when it comes to reasons for attending a Super Bowl party, according to new research. A study of 2,000 American adults asked respondents the top reasons for getting together on the biggest sporting day of the year. They found that food topped the list. 11.2 million pounds of potato chips, 1.3 billion wings, 3.8 million pounds of popcorn, and 14 billion hamburgers will be served up at Super Bowl parties across the country.
McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Budweiser.
McDonald's,
Budweiser.
McDonald's,
Coca-Cola.
Why would a company like Coca-Cola, that everybody already knows, spend millions of dollars to remind you that they still exist?
With more than 130 million viewers across the nation tuning into the biggest Sunday night football game of the year, commercials are easily one of the most important aspects of the night.
Yes, you're buying exposure, but that's not really what you're buying there. You're buying access into conversation, you're buying access into a memorable experience, you're triggering emotion.
Oh, man.
With one 30-second ad starting at $5 million, these commercials tend to make an impact on people and brands. As you watch the commercials in between playing time, many familiar faces tend to pop up. Actors, singers, and even politicians have made their mark on television with these commercials they are a part of. A common tactic is for a company to release its ad ahead of time on YouTube. It might seem counterintuitive to give away the surprise before you have a captive audience, but it is said a good spot can generate welcome buzz.
Should you go with the cheaper brand you've never heard of, or the more expensive brand you saw on TV?
Why are we so transfixed by the ads? Which ones will be the talk of the town Monday morning? It's one of the largest TV audiences of the year, and one of the last things you want to do is say, I didn't watch. For non-football people, if you're going to have to sit in front of the TV for hours, at least you'll have the ads to watch.
And advertising is not just meant to make you go out and buy something. Yes, that is a big part of it, but it also works to make people happier with a purchase that they already made.
You don't have to be a football lover to watch the Super Bowl. The commercials played during the game and the food eaten while watching it is the main reason why the Super Bowl continuously draws hundreds of millions of viewers each year.
February 14th, better known as Valentine's Day, is celebrated throughout the United States and other countries all over the world. People exchange gifts, flowers, and even go out to fancy dinners, all in the name of St. Valentine. But who was St. Valentine, and how did this holiday originate? Colleen Alva answers all of these questions and more in her video about the history of Valentine's Day.
When you think of Valentine's Day, the first thing that comes to most people's minds is chocolate, flowers, cards, and even nice dinners. But what most people don't know is the brutal beginnings of the day that we celebrate love. Valentine's Day originated in ancient Rome with the festival of Lupercalia held in mid-February. At this festival, men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals that they had just slain. Young women would line up for men to hit them because they believed it would make them fertile. This brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival, or longer if the match was right. But how did this gruesome festival evolve into the Valentine's Day that we know today? Well, as the years went on, the holiday grew sweeter. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized the day in their work, and it began to gain popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became extremely popular in the Middle Ages. Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory-made cards in the 19th century. In 1913, Hallmark began mass-producing Valentines. February has not been the same since. Today, the holiday is big business. According to market research from IBIS, Valentine's Day reached $17.6 billion last year. This year's sales are expected to total to $18.6 billion. Who even was St. Valentine, one might ask? There are many legends as to who this mystery person could have been. One St. Valentine was supposedly a Roman priest who performed secret weddings against the wishes of the authorities in the 3rd century. Imprisoned in the home of the noble, he healed his captor's blind daughter, causing the whole household to convert to Christianity and sealing his fate. Before being tortured and decapitated on February 14th, he sent the girl a note signed, Your Valentine. And so the celebration of Valentine's Day goes on in varied ways. Many will break the bank buying jewelry and flowers for their beloveds. Others will celebrate in a sad, that single awareness day way, dining alone and binging on self-gifted chocolates. A few may even be spending this day the same way the early Romans did, but let's not go there.
Nowadays, a lot of slang is popularized with some of our favorite musical artists. They can put a word in one song, and it could be in every teen's vocabulary by the next week. Most adults today find themselves out of the loop with the latest in the slang world. However, maybe they'll surprise us. That's what we're here to figure out today. We'll be going around the Cornwall Central High School, quizzing some of your favorite teachers on their knowledge of slang to see if they know what's up.
What's going on, guys? My name's Mr. Creedon here, and we're going to be asking a couple questions about some slang words. So, we're going to start. Slat.
Slat?
S-L-A-T-T.
Oh, that's that little piece of wood in a chair.
There's this rap group called YSL.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Run by Young Thug, and he made up the word. He kind of just like created it. It means slime love all the time because they call them each other like slimes. Okay. Cap or no cap? Do you want it in a sentence?
Sure, give it to me in a sentence. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like if Emma was to say right now like you're not that cool, I'd be like you're capping. And that's cap.
She's calling you out.
Like what is like what I said like the cap part? Like you're capping. That was cap.
She's lying?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So it'd be like, so no cap would mean like I'm serious. Like,
oh, okay. I could be the president of the United States.
Interview number 3, guys. Eric pulls that one right here.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Finna.
Finna?
Yeah. F-I-N-N-A.
I'm gonna actually take part of the word and I'm gonna say finish, done.
No.
Not even close, probably.
Do you want a second guess? You want in like a sentence?
Yeah, let's treat it like spelling bee. Give it me in a sentence.
I'm finna go grab a tissue.
Is it like?
I'm finna grab a tissue.
Like I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm going to grab.
Another way to say going to.
Gotcha. Who makes these definitions?
So, third.
Okay.
Heard you.
Heard you.
Heard you.
Like, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go.
Yeah, like.
All right.
That was 2.
Yeah.
2 half points and
yeah. I'll take 2 half points and a whole point.
Holes, guys.
I'm passing. 2 out of 3. I'm passing.
So right now we got Miss Perry. First one. Clout.
Like you have like cred. You have like your word is good. You're like
not really.
Okay.
Do you want to know? You want to get another guess? It's like popularity kind of like.
Okay.
Like oh, like he has clout.
Okay.
You know, like if you're famous, like clout. Last one. Drip.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea.
Got like yeah.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I can. All right. So like, Emma's dripped out. She's wearing drip.
Nice clothes. Like
yeah. Like cool, like cool outfit.
Like
yeah, me like every day of my existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. Like the scarf. Drip.
Okay.
Slang has been around as long as there's been a language to go along with it. People have always found ways to make whatever language they speak simpler, more efficient, and a way to define a generation. New slang words are usually started in smaller subcultures or cities, and then once they've gained popularity there, the words start making their way into the mainstream, and then boom, before you know it, it's everywhere.
If you liked the video, make sure to hop on the Dragon Wagon and hit subscribe.
See you dragons next time!